Welcome back to Belqui's Twist. Today I am making pulled pork scalloped potatoes. This past weekend we had the Super Bowl and I decided I wanted to make pernil, which is pulled pork in English. And I had a decent size, pork butt. And if anyone knows, a pork butt can render so much. And look at all the leftover I still have. It's kind of insane. I don't want to throw it out. I have to decide what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to be making two separate recipes. One I'm going to share with you this week and the next one next week. For now, because I'm already starting with a pork butt that's already cooked into a pernil, pulled pork, I'm going to be putting the link right here so that you can go ahead, click on it and learn how to make it. And of course, you're gonna have a ton of leftovers unless you're feeding a huge crowd. And then you can come over and make these recipes that I'm gonna share with you today and next week. And I also have pulled pork sliders and other pulled pork recipes on my blog. And I will also put those in the links below, okay? So look out for that. For now, I have everything prepped. I'm gonna start by slicing the potatoes, and what's interesting about me and slicing potatoes is I normally cut myself after I peel them, and then I try to slice them. Here we go. I'm never good at just making sure that I normally will go like this and just, slice away with my hand, but like I said, I keep cutting myself, so let's use the protector and let's slice away. Okay, so now I'm done slicing the potatoes, and here they are. They're ready for me. I'm gonna put them aside, and I'm gonna focus on the pulled pork. And what am I going to do? I'm going to decide how much pulled pork I'm going to be putting in here. So the pulled pork is cold. I just took it out of the fridge and I'm gonna place it down on my cutting board. I love my new cutting board by Heath Monte at Shed Customs. And he made that beautiful ribbon for me for autism awareness. I love it much more than the puzzle piece. So a ribbon is good. And he actually surprised me with it. So that was kind of nice and really touched my heart when I got the board in the mail. So it's wonderful. So I highly recommend you guys try it. It's these custom boards that are awesome. I'm cutting up. It's small, and because I'm making only half of my scalloped potato recipe, I'm not going to go too crazy with the amount of pulled pork that I'm going to be putting in it. I'm going to go light on it, maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to keep chopping. I think this is good. Maybe a little more. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I think a little bit more. I'm looking at the size of my pan, and then I can decide. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to take this, put it aside, and I'm going to bring my lovely but very hated electric stove, and I'm going to place it right here. And I'm going to get us going with the scalloped potatoes. I'm ready to start the potatoes, and I'm going to add butter, about 1/4 butter. I'm gonna lower the heat because obviously it's a little too high. We're gonna melt the butter. And once it's melted, we are actually going to be adding the onions. I love this recipe. I can eat scalloped potatoes and of course pulled pork every day of my life. I love it so much. With all this smoke, I hope the alarm doesn't go off. And we will go deaf. Okay, so here you go. I think it's ready. I'm going to add onions and garlic. And I'm just gonna let them soften a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And I know you guys probably think, where are her autism shirts? Doesn't she always wear them? Blue or autism shirts? This is an autism shirt. It's one that I got a long time ago. It says, "Radical Possibilities Stand for Autism." And I wear, almost every day I wear something that has autism on it, printed on it. If it's not blue, I really try hard, unless it's one of those, you know, Latina t-shirts that I love, phenomenally Latina. I'm going to add the potatoes now. And I love this part. Add the potatoes. It's super simple. So we're gonna start it off on the stove as you're seeing right here, and then we're gonna finish it off in the oven. Take the potatoes and let me grab this one little potato that has a dark spot in it, and I don't want you in there with my babies that are perfect. So here we go. I'm going to stir. I'm going to add milk and heavy cream. Yum, I love it. I'm going to stir a little bit. And I'm gonna make the heat a little higher because I want it to come to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna lower the heat. I'm going to put only a little bit of black pepper. It's a tad bit. And then a little bit of salt. I'm out of my sea salt. Sea salt is what I prefer, but I keep forgetting to put it on my list. I've been really busy lately, so it's just bad. And then my beloved shortcut for parsley. I love you, Gourmet Garden. I told you I talk to things. Anyway, yes, I love Gourmet Garden because I get my parsley semi-dried. It's just perfect. And my potatoes already look beautiful. Like if they were tender, I would be eating them. So I'm gonna bring them to a boil right now. And while that happens, I'm going to wash my hands because I have a ton of garlic on them. And then I rub my eyes or, you know, stroke my hair, and then I'm gonna stink like garlic. And I don't think my husband will appreciate that. God, no, he won't. I'll be back. As you can see, the potatoes are now boiling, and I cleaned up my workspace because I'm psychotic like my mother. She always cleans up the kitchen. Growing up, that was a thing. As you cook, you clean up, you wash things. That way you don't have a mess at the end that you don't feel like cleaning up because you're full from eating a wonderful meal. It's boiling. I'm gonna bring it down to a simmer, and I'm going to cover for 10 minutes. In the meantime, heat your oven to 400 degrees. Okay guys, so the potatoes are ready. They were in there for their good 10 minutes. And they're nice and tender, but not too tender where they're gonna break apart. I am going to now arrange it in my baking pan. So excited. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start by taking, actually, let me not forget something super important, and that is spray. I need some oil spray. And I am going to do some olive oil, just a little bit, tiny bit. There you go. Oh, thank God. I didn't forget that because that would have been tragic. So I'm going to take some of these potatoes and I'm going to lay them down in a single layer at the very bottom. Now, with my beautiful but very clean hands, I'm going to sprinkle a layer of the pulled pork all over this baby. Oh, this is going to be so good. I cannot wait until it's done. It's going to be gorgeous. Okay, there you go. And now another layer of the potatoes. And here we go. And these I'm gonna wanna try to make super pretty. I'm gonna take some grated Parmesan with my hands so that helps me spread it evenly. And I'm just gonna sprinkle on top like that. And love how pretty it looks already. So when it's cooked, it'll look even more amazing. And I like to see that the potatoes are a little flat, but I don't like to push them down, just lay them nice and evenly. And now this is going into the oven at 400 for about 25 minutes or so. And then I also like to make sure it doesn't burn on the top. So 25 minutes, check it maybe around 20 minutes, and we shall be good to go, okay? It's ready. Let's take this out and see what we've got. Oh my God, beautiful. Look at that, just beautiful. I am back inside, and now I'm going to give a taste to this for you guys, but I already ate some outside because I had to shoot some digging in and putting to my mouth, and I love it. Super tender, the potatoes, and of course, the pulled pork, super tender as well, so you get all these nuggets of pulled pork right in here with the potato. It's amazingly delicious. I highly recommend you make this. Make a nice big pork, pardon me, pork butt, and then just have fun with the leftovers and make a ton of other things, or just make it just so you can make all these other different dishes, because why not? You know, you can spend a whole week eating recipes that are made from pulled pork. And each one can taste completely different, because this is potatoes, the next one is gonna be pasta, the ones before are sliders, toast, forget about it. You just have so many options. So here I go, I'm going to continue stuffing myself and start the next recipe, which you will see next time I'm on. So go ahead, dig in. Well, I guess I'm the only one digging in right now. So good.